Good day. Buddhist monk Dalai Lama once said, "The purpose of our lives is to be happy. Every waking day of your life, you create a story. Every move you make, you build a circumstance. Despite the odds, you have to believe that everything you are dealing with gives you the opportunity to achieve your purpose." Gearing towards the fourth week of online distance learning, your ultimate purpose is to create meaning in your life. In writing a biography, you have to choose a significant person who has inspired you to be who you are now or who you want to become in the future. Do not just enumerate things that the person braves and the stuff that the person rants about. How do you start creating a memorable biography? Read on. A biography is a description of a real person's life that includes his or her background and experiences. From Jose Rizal's childhood memories to Pedro Calungsod's declaration as a patron saint of the Filipino youth, we have been inspired by their heroic acts through reading their biographies. On a different note, we will be reading an account of the life of the author, otherwise known as autobiography, who wrote about her tribulations upon learning that she had cancer. Let us read her blog, and from there, we can start writing and analyzing a biography. In making a biography, information about the person we are going to write about must be factual and accurate. Let's start our discussion. The title of the article is "When You Want to Get Back to Normal, but Life Will Never Be the Same" by Heather Mulder. Let's read the first two paragraphs. When I was 38, I was diagnosed with an aggressive breast cancer. During my treatment, one thought persisted: I can't wait until this is over and life goes back to normal. I clung to the belief that things would go back to how they once were, and all that needed to happen was for treatment to end. It gave me something to focus on that felt real during a time of disruption and uncertainty. What picture does the author paint of the individual? The author describes the individual optimistic and determined. She might have read about breast cancer and perceived that she, just like the many women who took aggressive treatment, would survive and be completely healed. The author's purpose is to unleash the individual's character in the midst of difficult times. Let's analyze the body of the paragraph. There was a voice in the back of my head that kept telling me that cancer had somehow changed me and that I needed to figure out how. But that sounded like more work than I had the mental energy for, and I was afraid that figuring it out would disrupt my life even further. So, I convinced myself that I just needed more time, and when asked how I was, I told people that things were starting to get back to normal. How is the person's life presented? The person's life is presented in a way that the readers would not feel pity or sorry for what had happened to her. To mope around, to dwell in sadness, and to grieve secretively would not help her heal. In fact, it is not solely in medicines and medical treatment that a person can be completely healed, but it is through one's perspective towards healing inside and out. The author narrates the individual's experiences for the readers to relate it to their personal issues. There is also an emotional writing style when the author wants to evoke some emotional response in the reader. Let's read the concluding paragraph. I knew that I needed to grieve these losses, but was worried that I would get stuck in grief. Because daily gratitude had helped keep me positive through cancer treatment, and because I had gotten lax in my practice, I recommitted to it. Every night, I was grateful for at least three things that I had experienced that. What information did the author include? In the middle paragraph, the readers are being directed to life altering experiences that will make them realize that healing may come from different ways. In analyzing a biography, consider facts, examples, and realizations. In the conclusion, the readers are left with a meaningful message. When life gets disrupted, you can't go back, but you can take back control and create your new normal. True enough, it takes courage to conquer your own fear and face your own battle. The concluding part becomes meaningful when the author sheds a new light on this individual and ultimately persuades the readers to agree with her viewpoints based on the individual's experiences.